Hello, everybody. Welcome to the DBT. That stands for Doing Big Things. If this is the first time you're joining us, welcome to the show. We talk about systems, habits, and mindsets that allow entrepreneurs to thrive. Sometimes we have very successful entrepreneurs on the show, and then sometimes it's just me talking about a skill set that I think we all should probably get better at if we want to maximize our potential. And today, it's just going to be me and you, and we're going to do some lists because I love a list. And we're going to talk about what I think is a super important skill when it comes to interpersonal communication, when it comes to connecting with someone one-on-one or connecting with an audience. And we're going to talk about eye contact. And I think eye contact is so powerful. And it's a habit, it's a skill that we have the opportunity to work on in almost every situation. Eye contact it's an important aspect of communication and social interaction in many cultures. It serves several functions and can convey various meanings depending on the context and the cultural norms of the society that you're in. And let's first dive into, some reasons why eye contact is considered important. And, number one is it establishes that connection between you and another person. Eye contact can help establish a sense of connection and rapport between individuals. It signals to the other person that you are engaged and interested in the conversation. Think about the last time you spoke with someone and they were kind of looking you in the eyes, but mostly they were just kind of looking around the room. Did you really feel a connection with that person? Probably not. But then let's compare that to an interaction with someone where, they were looking into your eyes for, say, 75% of the conversation. They weren't being creepy about it. Let's not be creepy and stare someone in the eyes for 5 straight minutes. Nobody needs that. But let's say someone's been looking in your eyes for 75% of the conversation. I think that's a good percentage to aim for. That's a person you probably felt some real connection with at the end of that conversation. The number 2 reason why eye contact is so important is active listening. Maintaining eye contact while listening, it basically indicates that you are attentive and you're actively engaged in what the other person is saying. It encourages the speaker to continue and also to feel valued. So if you want to be a great listener, you got to start making great eye contact, because that eye contact is going to make that person feel heard. It's going to give them the confidence to continue with their message. If you want to be a phenomenal listener, and being a phenomenal listener is part of being a phenomenal communicator, you got to be great with eye contact. The number 3 reason that eye contact is so important is it acts as nonverbal communication. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication. It can convey emotions. It can convey intentions, attitudes. For example, direct eye contact can signal confidence, sincerity, and honesty. And these are all things that we want to convey with our communication. But if we're not making great eye contact, then we're probably not conveying those things. And the number 4 reason why we want to start making better eye contact is understanding emotions. And the fact of it is looking into someone's eyes can help us to gauge their emotions and their feelings. People often reveal a lot through their eye expressions, just the subtle ways that their eyes close and open, focus. And that's going to help us to respond appropriately. So if we're making great eye contact, we're going to understand the emotions that are coming at us from that person, and we're going to be able to respond organically in a much more effective way. All right, guys, we're motoring down this list. The number 5 reason why eye contact is so important is it conveys authority. And I think that, maintaining appropriate levels of eye contact can convey confidence, it can convey authority, and it can convey leadership. And, it can basically just show that you're confident and you're capable. And who doesn't want to be confident and capable, guys? So this week, let's make better eye contact so that we can convey the confidence and the capability that we have inside of us. It's there, but to show the world it's there, we got to show it with our eyes. The number 6 reason that eye contact is so important is it builds trust. And at the end of the day, guys, trust is an essential component of any relationship, and making eye contact can contribute to building that trust. It can make interactions feel, simply put, more personal and more genuine. So if we want people to trust us and we want to be able to move people with our words and help people and really make an impact on the lives around us, first they have to trust us. And trust is built through great eye contact. It's just the way it is. And the final thing we'll go through here on the list that is a reason we need to be working on our eye contact is it's a great way to be an effective negotiator and an effective persuader. So, during negotiations and persuasive discussions, maintaining eye contact can really help you read the other person's reactions, which we went over before, and it can help us adjust our approach accordingly. So if you want to be a great negotiator, if you really want to persuade people to your way of thinking, you got to make great eye contact. All right, guys. So we established why eye contact is so important. So now I want to dive into a strategy, some things we can do within our day today and this week to practice the art of eye contact, to get better at this so important skill. And the number one way to get better at eye contact is establish a baseline. So there's, different cultures and individuals have varying norms of acceptable levels of eye contact. It's not going to be a one size fits all thing when it comes to eye contact. I'd say observe people around you, try to adapt your behavior to match the prevailing norms while staying authentic to yourself. So if you can tell someone in front of you is very comfortable with you making eye contact 75, 80% of the conversation, then hang with them and be right there with them. But if you can tell someone's not so comfortable with that and they continually look away from your gaze, then maybe let's bring it down a notch. Let's aim for that, 60%, 50% of the conversation eye contact. I think we always want to keep it above 50% though. I think that's a good baseline to aim for. And the number two way to become better at eye contact is to just maintain a natural gaze. I think we want to avoid staring intensely, as this can kind of come off as intimidating, maybe a little bit creepy. We don't want to be staring, a hole through their soul, like singeing their eyebrows with this gaze of fire. I'd say instead a better strategy is just maintain a natural, relaxed gaze. Relax your face muscles, relax your eye muscles, and even your mouth muscles, and just look at the other person's eyes, but also, allow your gaze to naturally shift as you process information or thoughts. So let's not stare so intensely that we scare people. We're not here to scare people. We're here to connect with people. And a nice, natural, relaxed gaze will make people in front of us also feel relaxed, but also feel connected to us. And here's another way, the number three way to become a fantastic eye contactor, let's go with that, is to focus on the triangle. And I think to, avoid feeling overly intense. And if, you're not feeling so comfortable with eye contact early on, let's just focus on that triangular area that encompasses the person's eyes and the area around their mouth. So, two eyes and the mouth is kind of the triangle that we're aiming for here. And this is going to help you appear engaged without making the interaction feel uncomfortable for yourself. It's a good starting point. And then eventually, once we're comfortable with that triangle, then we can start to move up to more actual eye contact. All right, moving down the list, we're motoring, guys, right now, having a productive podcast. And the number four way to be effective with eye contact in your communication is use soft blinks. Now, blinking is a natural part of eye contact, right? It's a natural part of life. We got to, clean the crap out of our eyes every 5 seconds or so. And if you keep your blinking regular and avoid staring for too long without blinking, it can really make you seem just more sincere. So I'd say, use soft blinks. Don't try and stare at someone without blinking for like 15 straight seconds like it's a staring contest. It's okay to blink, guys. And the next way that we can really build our eye contact, the number 5 way, is to break eye contact appropriately. Extended periods of unbroken eye contact can feel uncomfortable, like we talked about it before. And breaking eye contact briefly when you're speaking or listening, to convey that you're processing information or considering your response by either looking up or looking down is something that people will appreciate. They can see that you're really engaged with their message and that you're really trying to absorb what they just said. So make sure to look away once in a while and show them that you're processing what they are saying to you. All right, guys. So we are motoring down the list here, and we're talking about effective eye contact and ways to be better at this so imperative skill, whether it's business or just being a better friend or being a better family member. You are just going to enjoy your life more. You're going to feel more connection with people if you really lean into eye contact on a daily basis. So this is one way when you're in a group, I think, to convey a lot of power. And it's just a good strategy to go into a social setting with. Just go into your next social setting, whether it's a barbecue or a meeting or maybe just a day at the office, and say, my goal today is to make as much eye contact with as many people as I possibly can. And if you're in like a group of 3 or 4, do your best when you're speaking to move your gaze from one to the next to the next, spend a few seconds on this person, move your gaze to the next person, spend a few seconds there, and move your gaze to the next person. This is something that so few people do. Usually when someone's talking to a group, they focus on one person only, or they don't even look at anyone in the eyes. They just kind of look in between people. They look down, and it's just not a powerful way to convey your message. So today, I want everyone to go out there with the sole purpose in social interactions of paying attention to their eye contact. And even if it's just one person in front of you, let's make eye contact for 75% of that engagement. And if it's a group of people, even better. While you're speaking, make eye contact with the entire group, a few seconds each, bouncing between each person. If someone else is speaking to the group, engage with them. Make eye contact with them while they are speaking. This is just a great way to practice. And really just the last thing I want to leave you guys on is that, like any skill, making effective eye contact takes practice. I think you just need to engage in conversations with friends, family, and colleagues and refine your eye contact skills on purpose. And I think that's key. Like, even if you have a to-do list app, today or tomorrow, I want you to actually write down in that to-do list, make better eye contact. And if you just focus on making great eye contact for a week or 2 weeks, I think you're going to find that you just feel more powerful. Your message is landing home with more people in a much more impactful way. And it's just a better way, a more powerful way to go through life. So I hope you guys found all that useful. I really enjoyed doing research for this episode. I love talking about communication skills. I think they're so important. And I think eye contact is probably right at the top of that list as far as communication skills that we should really focus on and try and hone our talent and our skill in. And that's going to be all for today, guys. This has been Doing Big Things. As always, if you've got some time today, reach down, pick up that handy dandy phone, whether it's in Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. If you could leave us a genuine review or a star rating, it really helps us get the message and get the podcast out to more people. And next week, we've got an absolutely fire guest. I hope you join us next week. We're going to keep motoring along the Doing Big Things podcast. And there it is, guys. I hope you go out there, have a great day, have a powerful day, make some great eye contact. And until next time, guys, get out there and do big things.